Residents of Riot City, this is your main event for Strength 2016, and it is for the Strength Cup. Introducing first, standing to my left, from regional South Australia, now residing in Adelaide, South Australia, weighing in at 88 kilos, here is Jett Armstrong! And his opponent, standing to my right, also originally hailing from rural South Australia and now residing in Adelaide, South Australia. He weighs in tonight also at 88 kilos. He is a former RCW champion, Nick Armstrong!
And Tyler, you picked a hell of a night to join us here at Riot City. I'm not going to lie, this is one of those matchups that you always wonder about. You see two members of a tag team, two members of a family work together as such a cohesive unit in the ring, and you wonder, who really is the best? Who's the glue that holds it together? And tonight, we have a chance of finding out.
Well, I have heard rumours, and everyone I've spoken to backstage has sort of said if it came down to Armstrong and Armstrong, it was going to be a hell of a match and something that they were really looking forward to. And everything you've just said, Sean, to be honest, to me, it just looks like the battle of who's got the best tan and the worst haircut.
Oh, come on, seriously, nail your colours to the mast, Tyler. Pick a winner.
The Armstrongs.
Josh?
I can't. Honestly, I know that sounds like I'm sitting on the fence, well, because I am. I can't pick a winner.
Well, you're both wrong. The winner is us because we get to see this incredible match.
Oh, snap. And there we go. Headlock takeover right there. Nick Armstrong looking to get the pinfall early. Barely a 1 count and a standoff.
There is one thing you said, Sean. They are brothers. These guys know each other, will have known each other all of their lives. I'm sure before they were ever in a ring, had been trained, whatever, they've fought, they've rolled around, they've wrestled. They know everything each of them is going to do. Tell me, guys, in your opinion, how do you split that?
I was just thinking about myself. I think this is the ultimate chess game. These two, like you say, they know every move. You see the mutual respect there. I think temper is going to come into it.
Sean, that's something you said right there that I absolutely love about this right here. It is about respect. It is about nothing more than showing who the better wrestler is. Yeah. I love that.
It is until it isn't, and that's what I'm saying there. The difference may very well be a loss of temper.
Whoa, hip toss counter there from Jett.
Tyler, I'm sure you've experienced it. You've probably gone toe-to-toe with friends in your career, let alone brothers. There comes a point where respect isn't enough.
Oh, absolutely. There's a point where you can respect the other guy across the ring, brother, best friend, fiercest enemy you've ever had. It comes down to what are you willing to do that the other guy isn't willing to do.
Jett Armstrong arguably has a greater hunger for this Strength Cup than Nick. Nick has been to the top of the mountain. He has been Riot City Wrestling Champion. Jett has not.
That is one thing I was going to mention before. Out of the two of them, Nick's been there. He's held the belt. He knows what it's all about.
Oh, here we go.
Jett, though, I'm sure is as hungry as ever because you've got to remember, every year there's a Christmas day and they're sitting around that table and smugly, Nick can always look across the table and go, Jett, I've been the champion. And I don't care what you say, in the back of both of their minds, they both know it.
The bridge right there, the bridge of Jett Armstrong, the athleticism, the flexibility of these two guys, I'll tell you what, is quite remarkable, and I think they're almost on par as far as strength. Oh, 1 count right there.
You're definitely seeing two of the finest physiques in Australian wrestling go head-to-head, that's for sure.
Look at that head scissor straight away. Seizing that opportunity there, taking that. Whoop. 2 count.
Amazing strength. People don't realise what that takes to be able to do that.
I look at that and it just blows me away.
Holy moly.
And there it is. These guys know every move, every counter move, back and forth again.
Chess game.
Absolutely.
Absolute chess game.
Yep. This is what it's going to take. It's going to take one of them taking a huge opportunity and a chance.
Oh! And there it is. Nick did not see his bro coming right there with that drop kick. My word. This is great.
This really is going to come down to a mistake. To be honest, both of these guys are good enough to beat each other on any given day.
Oh!
It's who makes the mistake like that. Who takes advantage of that? And how much advantage are they willing to take? And this goes back to what we said before. You can have respect. You can be your brother. What are you willing to do the other guy isn't?
This is almost very much the nice guys finished last scenario, because if you are prepared to show a bit of mercy to your brother, if you are prepared to go a little easy, and he's not, you're not going to come away with the W, and you're not going to come away with this, the Strength Cup.
Yep. Totally agree. Well, we see right here, we see Nick take the opportunity a couple of times here to throw Jett to the outside.
He's thinking about it. He thought about it.
He
There we were
did.
talking about.
There's 2 points there. He thought about throwing him into the ring post. But Nick could have been smart and let his brother get counted out. He went out and stopped the count.
You think there's some ego there?
Oh, look, it's not smart. That's what it is. And this is, if emotion overcomes your smarts,
Hard
that's
slam and a cover.
that's where you start to make mistakes.
Nick Armstrong, a student of the Lance Storm Academy over in Canada. Very seasoned traveller.
You know, there's another point here I've just realised, guys, that none of us have talked about. Both of these guys feed off the energy of the crowd. How do you do that when the crowd split 50-50?
You hope they're just chanting Armstrong and use it as you can.
At least they're chanting Armstrong. I guess that's the plus right there. Cover by Nick. 2 count. Just still sort of taken aback at the moment that we're actually seeing Armstrong v Armstrong here one-on-one. It's really cool.
We've seen some incredible matches over the years here. We've seen Nick Armstrong take on Rocky Monero. We've seen Slater take on Chris Basso. This is another one for the annals of Riot City history.
Whoa!
Went for that knee again. Jett this time saw it coming. Counter, another counter. Head scissors. Tilt-a-whirl.
So much spinning. I don't know how either of them are keeping any of their equilibrium.
But this is where they need to capitalise. You can't afford to take a breath here.
It's the style that they're most comfortable in as well. So, hey, they could probably go all night at this rate. Being Armstrongs, it wouldn't surprise me, Sean.
Tyler, is there value in a match like this? As Josh is saying, the styles they're used to. Is there value in changing it up, going for something different?
There is, if you're comfortable with what you change it to. If you're changing your own style and that puts you out of your own game, that can be counterproductive. Absolutely, you need to get the other guy off his game, but if you both play the same game, where does that leave you?
Oh boy.
Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Right here, you can respect, but you've got to hit the guy harder than he hits you.
The Armstrong's backyard right now is the Riot City ring. Oh. Knee to the gut. Oh, double lariat right
Double
there. Both men
clothesline.
down.
Again, how do you separate them?
Two minds with a single thought. Two hearts both set on claiming this Strength Cup. But if neither man gets up by the count of 10, we've got chaos.
Yeah, what happens then?
If we had a general manager, maybe we'd know.
That's a bloody good point.
I'm calling an extra 5 minutes if that happens.
I think we can grant you that as the newcomer, for all our sakes.
Both men are up. This match will go on. Forearm strike from Jett. Another one. Caught Nick as he came charging in right there. Oh, going for the DDT, but Nick saw it coming and a clothesline of his own.
And follows up.
Rally versus rally.
Big back body drop.
Nick's feeling it.
This is truly the first time we've had one of them in trouble and the other one absolutely feeling it. Could this be the end? Could we be leading up to... reverse elbow. Nick to the outside again.
I think Nick felt that Jett was maybe, sort of getting his wind back around. I'm prepared here. He was on the ball. That's fair to say. Oh my, moonsault, springboard off the middle rope to the floor.
And there's what you were talking about, Tyler. How much are you willing to do? Putting your own body on the line.
Absolutely. If it pays off, huge, huge benefit. If it goes wrong, it can be the end of the night.
This crowd getting behind both men. Don't let it end in a count out. Come on.
We could be going to that extra 5 minutes I talked about.
Come on, Nick. Come on, Jett.
Get out of town! My word, a belly to belly off the turnbuckle.
Moonsault answered.
Oh,
I guess the answer is both men are willing to do whatever it takes.
And both men again on the mat. We're back to where we were 5 minutes ago.
Nick with the cover. Shoulder up, left shoulder up.
These two have gone back and forth, and we're still at a stalemate.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the beauty of professional wrestling. That is the beauty of Riot City Wrestling. Two of the best, not only in this country, but in the world, going head to head right now.
Huge German, and holds on.
He's got those hands locked.
And another.
A Guerrero special, if you will.
Could we see three Germans in the Latvian?
I think you'll find it's a Benoit special, but that's okay, Josh. We'll let you go. Huge Northern Lights, awesome bridge.
What a bridge. Oh,
There's only one person I know that does a better Northern Lights and a better bridge than that.
am I looking at him at the commentary table?
If you've got any sense, you are.
Okay. Back to the action here, Jett and Nick. Fighting for the Strength Cup. Oh my word!
That is a huge suplex. Oh,
Residents of Riot City, this match will continue.
Unbelievable.
crowd really showing their appreciation. I think the crowd...
He's going for it. Armstrong cutter. Blocked. Wow. Oh. Sliced bread right in the
There
middle
it
of
is.
the ring. Oh.
And that is such a beautiful move. That's how you do it. No ropes assisted here. What is it going to take to put Armstrong down? Either of them.
What are they willing to do, Sean? They've thrown everything at each other and there's still no result. What are they willing to do?
There's only one cup. Somebody has to do something.
Big boot by Nick. That's like, huge
wow.
enziguri.
Right in the face.
Oh! And it's counter for counter again.
The Blue Thunder Bomb,
There
a
it is.
favourite
That
of
could
Nick.
do it.
Armstrong, two count. Referee Michael Kent says it was a 2, shoulder up. This match will continue for the Strength Cup, my word. This is great.
I just don't have words.
So guys, I've got to ask you at this point, you were so hyped up, so looking for, has it lived up to what you were expecting and hoping for?
It's exceeded my expectations.
Yeah.
I would have been disappointed long ago if we hadn't gotten toward this point, but to have reached this point, still not have a winner. I'm happy for this to go on.
It may have to, Sean. They still can't separate it.
Well, I've got all night. I don't know about you guys, but hey,
I'm
let it rain.
I'm not leaving this seat until one of those Armstrongs hoists this Strength Cup.
Armstrong cutter. Oh, counter blocked. However you want to call it. Oh my word! Armstrong cutter from Nick. Nick with the cover. 2.
He kicked out.
Referee says only 2.
He kicked out.
How was that only 2? And look at the look on Nick's face. Nick Armstrong cannot believe that.
Wow.
Have we ever seen anyone kick out of the Armstrong cutter?
I can't recall it at least. We'll have to check the books, but
That's a huge elevated cutter too.
looked like he was 15 feet in the air. I don't know how high he was, but my gosh.
And look, Nick is still asking the referee. Nick still cannot believe this. Normally you wouldn't see him take this much time, but he really cannot get over that.
Maybe he thinks he's in a dream. He's saying, "Ref, wake me up." Come
Absolutely.
On, that had to be 3.
Nick up. Jett now catches him.
That's not much really needs to be said about that. It says it all itself. That predicament that Nick is in right now. Oh.
What next? What next?
Massive Hurricane Rana.
Huge. And the moonsault.
That's got to be it. He's got him.
Hooked. 2.
Armstrong cutter, kick out. Second rope moonsault, kick out.
The guy closest to the action is the referee, Michael Kent, and even he can't believe this. You can see the look on his face.
Residents, we are witnessing wrestling history in front of us right now. One of the greatest matches you'll ever see, let alone greatest matches for this Strength Cup. Neither man prepared to take a shortcut. Neither man prepared to take a cutout. Both men wanting victory at any cost, but the right way.
Wow, that forearm right to the jaw of Nick. Oh, and a receipt.
Back and forth. Roaring elbow.
Wow.
Huge lariat.
Nick just threw his body, his entire body weight just straight to his brother right then. Anything it takes. At the moment, my God! Jett with the Armstrong cutter. Jett Armstrong with a cutter. 2, 3.
Jett Armstrong with the cutter is your Strength Cup 2016 winner.